the 13th annual Peach Bowl. Featuring in Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, the University of Miami, Florida Hurricanes against the Georgia Tech Hokies. Miami back from the ashes of their football program. 8 wins, 3 losses, play the toughest schedule in America. They feature a fine passing game. Kelly, their young quarterback, throwing here to Pat Walker, who can make those acrobatic catches. You'll see him and other fine Miami receivers today. Virginia Tech in the top 5 of America on defense, but they can throw the ball too. And their best athlete is their wingback, number 40, Sidney Snell. He set a Virginia Tech scoring record this year for all time. Once he catches the ball, he's very dangerous. Watch him, number 40, this afternoon. Hi, everybody. Curt Gowdy with Hank Stram. Hope you're off to a happy 1981. Hank, this game means a lot to these two schools. Miami of Florida back in a bowl game for the first time in 13 years. Virginia Tech for the first time in 12 years. They're young teams. Their future looks even better. And this could be a foundation for good things to come.
Well, I think playing in a bowl game like this one, Curt, is a selling vehicle for their respective programs. There's no question about the fact that both teams earn the right to be in this game because they both enjoy 8-3 records. The Miami Hurricanes have done a super job under their leadership and direction of Howard Schnellenberger, who was an excellent offensive coordinator for Don Shula's Miami Dolphins. And they have excellent balance, good running, good passing, good kicking. They average 24 points a game. We've only given up 14 points a game. So you have to be impressed with their overall scheme of things.
Well, you have to be impressed with Virginia Tech's defensive record. And also their coach, Bill Dooley. He's just in his 3rd year there with the Hokies.
Yes, Bill Dooley has only been there for 3 years and brought his team to the Peach Bowl. They are also 8-3, as I mentioned earlier. They're the 5th best team in the nation on defense. They, too, employ kind of a running-style offense. They average 53 runs a game, 19 passes. They have an outstanding receiver in Snell, an outstanding runner in Lawrence, and I think we're going to see a very fine football game here this afternoon.
Now, let's meet some of those backs. Howard Schnellenberger has coached under some of the great ones. George Allen, Blanton Collier, a man named Bear Bryant, Don Shula. The only great one he didn't coach under was Hank Stram. But anyway, he's going to introduce right now Howard Schnellenberger, the coach of Miami, Florida, his starting backfield. Howard?
Thank you, Curt Gowdy. I'd like for you to meet our starting backfield. This is Jim Kelly, our quarterback. Chris Hobbs, our fullback. Smokey Roan, our halfback. And Mark Rush, who will be in there when we're throwing the ball at the halfback position. And now to Bill Dooley.
Thank you, Coach. Now I'd like to introduce our starting offensive backfield. First of all, our quarterback, Steve Casey. Our wingback, Sidney Snell. Fullback, Scott Dovell. Our tailback, Cyrus Lawrence. Now back to the booth to Hank and Curt. Thank you.
All right, now roaming the sidelines for CBS will be the very able Frank Glaber. And how's it look down there, Frank?
Well, Curt, the sun is shining, but be thou not misled. It is chilly here in Atlanta today. Game time temperature around 40. The wind's been blowing. It's died down a little bit. It was so nice yesterday in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl. We neglected to bring a coat, so both teams provided us with warm-up jackets. I'm going to wear one when I'm on the Virginia Tech side and the other one when I'm on the Miami side. Now, if I disappear from sight, you'll know only one thing happened. I wore the wrong coat on the wrong side. Curt.
It's any colder down there, Frank. You'll be wearing them both at the same time. They're getting ready now to move out for the coin toss. Squads are being prepared for the opening kickoff. And the 13th annual Peach Bowl game kickoff will be underway right after this message.
The 13th annual Peach Bowl is sponsored by Buick and your Buick dealer, who invite you to see the 81 Buicks. And by the Miller Brewing Company, brewers of Miller High Life. If you've got the time, we've got the beer.
Quite a scene. Miami won the toss. They're going to receive. They'll be in the white. They're on your left. Virginia Tech in the dark jerseys. The red will be on your right. Both squads went out en masse and all got around there, shook each other's hand, getting ready for the opening kickoff.
Curt, you think they brought enough people here for this game?
Looks like they brought both college campuses over with them. By the way, there are 10,000 from the Miami, Southern Florida area here, and 3,000 bought tickets. And then they have proxy fans from Atlanta who are using their tickets here in the stands. This game is sponsored by the Georgia Lions and played for charities for eye operations to those with eye ailments. Very worthy charity. We're going to get a good look at that Virginia Tech defense right at the start of this game. They're third in the nation in the least yard per play, fifth in the least amount of scoring against them. It's a tough team to go against.
You know, one thing that I wonder about, Curt, when you talk about the defense of Virginia Tech, their nose guard, David Marble, 6'2", 210. Not very large to occupy that position. It's going to be interesting to see what the Miami Hurricanes are going to try to do in that particular area, because there's definitely a size margin with the center and David Marble.
And ready to do the kicking here is Allen. He can kick it in the end zone. He can be a bit erratic. The breeze right now is a slight breeze in favor of Virginia Tech in the first period. Back deep. Mark Rush, number 49. Alongside of him, Chris Hobbs and Anthony Frederick. But Miami wants Rush to get the ball. Big, speedy back. And here we go. The Peach Bowl is underway. The kick spirals down. Rush grabs it on the 7. He's out to the 20. Gets to the 25 and breaks it up to the 32-yard line. The tackle there is made by James Robinson of Virginia Tech, a 26-yard return. Miami's ball first down on their own 31-yard line. There's the offense. Kenai, left tackle, Kehoe, Fenton, Picorni, and Frazier.
And that offensive line averages 242 pounds.
Kelly's the quarterback. Hobbs and Roan are the running back. Walker, Joyner. They're in there, and Kelly goes to the air right off and tries to hit Pat Walker, number 27, against the sideline. It's an incomplete pass. Jim Kelly is only a sophomore. Schnellenberger coached Namath and Sloan and Stabler at Alabama, and he says, as a sophomore, Kelly's as good as they were with a passing arm, not the all-around athlete that Namath was. There's the defense, Hank, 5-man line.
Yes, and the defensive average is about 231 pounds, which is not nearly as heavy as the Miami Hurricanes defensive line.
Whoa. Look at them. Gang tackle. Flag is down. Robert Brown, watch him today, number 93. He's a junior college transfer, junior, and he's been the leading man in penetrating and throwing backs and quarterbacks for losses this year. Another good man up front is 94, Pedro Phillips, the left tackle. And that linebacker, 88, Hank, leads the team in tackles. He's only a freshman.
Yes, and he's 6'1", 187, very, very active.
They said no penalty now, 3rd and 8. Kelly's toss is complete. It's good to Larry Brodsky, the junior, number 43 of Hialeah, who caught 33 passes this year, averaging 17 yards a catch, and he was right in front of Paul Davis against the sideline. First down.
Here we see it. It's a play-action pass, not a very good fake. Kelly goes back into the pocket, favors a little bit the outside, throws the ball outside nicely to a sideline pattern. They had 2 deep coverage on that play, too, Curt, and he still got the pass off.
There's a toss to Smokey Roan. He's at the 45, he's to the 40, and inside the 40 to the 39 for a near first down. The tackle made by Mike Scharnus, number 21, the free safety in the Virginia Tech secondary.
Curt, that time the Miami Hurricanes were in an unbalanced line to the left. They had an extra man on that left side. The Tech defense did not adjust very well. They were able to take advantage of the wingback situation and make good yardage on the play. However, there's a penalty.
Penalty coming up. They discussed it with the defensive captain, Lewis Stuart, number 33 of Virginia Tech. Let's listen.
Offense, holding, first down.
And that sets them back to their own 35-yard line. Smokey Roan is out at tailback. Mark Rush goes in. As First down and 25. First and 25. Kelly running the option to rush. And they take him out of bounds. He picks up only 2 or 3 yards. Virginia Tech squad's very quick pursuing, Hank.
Well, you're talking about quick. They really react to what they see extremely well. You know, the other thing that's impressive about this Miami team is that Smokey Roan has rushed for 701 yards. Mark Rush has rushed for 894 yards. Hobbs for 502. And Brodsky for 570. So they've got some good running.
Miami Hurricanes are on their 36, second down, 24, no score. We're early in the first period of the Peach Bowl game. Kelly looking the field over. There's a long one to Brodsky. He hangs on to it. He's got it at the 36-yard line of Virginia Tech. There's 2 of them that Brodsky's caught already.
Here again, Kelly goes right back into the pocket. Good protection. A lot of time to throw the ball. Throws the ball down the right sideline to Brodsky. They have a 2-deep situation again that time. And the coverage was not good. Ball Davis, 5'9", 165, was over to make the play. But it was much, much too late.
We had a flag drop. And now they're tacking a penalty on top of the pass completion. This takes the ball to the Virginia Tech 20-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
They roughed the passer, Jim Kelly. They put 15 yards on top of the pass completion. There's Howard Schnellenberger. Just in his second year of a 5-year contract. We understand it's going to be torn up and extended. They're so happy with his work. Miami now on the Virginia Tech 20-yard line. Straight ahead and plowing to the 15-yard line. Goes Smokey Roan from Miami, a junior. Average 4.4 yards a carry.
You know, the other thing about this offensive team of Miami, Curt, the line is very big and strong. Kenai, the left tackle, is 251. Kehoe is 227. Benton is 245. Pacorti is 243. And Frazier's 245. And they're getting a good surge in this early stage of the game.
Second and 5 for Miami. Rush is in there.
Safety
after pass. Look out. They hit him. He throws the ball. It's incomplete. The pass was intended for Andy Barada, the tight end.
Harold McDonald, number 42, was blitzing on the play that time, Curt. And he made Kelly throw the ball a little bit prematurely. And as a result, it falls incomplete.
Kelly can throw deep, short, all kinds of touches. Just an excellent sophomore college passer.
Watch McDonald coming in. He gets rid of the ball just in time, but he felt the pressure. Throws it outside and incomplete.
Third and 5 on the 15-yard line of Virginia Tech.
He's open.
There it is. Touchdown. He hits Brodsky. Larry Brodsky has the touchdown. That's his 4th touchdown of the season, and he caught 3 on this drive down the field that started on the Miami 31. They went 69 yards. They were set back by a holding penalty, but that didn't stop them.
Here you see Brodsky just goes down. He's got a one-on-one situation on the right cornerback, Lawrence Young. Makes a move outside, breaks inside, really pops wide open, goes in for the touchdown. Good execution on the play.
Greg LaBelle, the punter, will hold. Dan Miller will kick. He booted 19 out of 20. And that kick is good. Oh, the Miami Hurricanes step out with an 8-play, 69-yard drive in 2 minutes, 23 seconds to a 7-0 lead, and we'll be back to the Peach Bowl. Miami will kick off.
You know, one thing's very obvious, Curt, as you watch these two teams play. It's very obvious that the Miami Hurricanes are a bigger, stronger team than Virginia Tech, plus the fact that they have excellent balance between the run and the pass, and that could be a real problem for Virginia Tech as we go along in this game.
Jeff Davis will kick off. Tony McKee, a split end, is the deep man on the 5-yard line for Virginia Tech. There's a kick. It's tumbling to McKee. Gathers it in on the 7. He's out to the 15. Up to the 20 and goes down on his 24-yard line. Covering the kick was James Boone, for Miami. A 17-yard return. And now we'll watch Virginia Tech go to work.
Virginia Tech has been basically, here we see a good picture of Brodsky on the sideline. Might be talking to his dad, who was the offensive coach of the Miami Hurricanes, Joe Brodsky.
Listen, he's already caught 3 for 62 yards in the game. We had 12 and a half minutes to play in the first period. Now watch this Cyrus Lawrence. They give it up to the upback, Scott Govell, 34. But the tailback is an excellent sophomore, Cyrus Lawrence. He gained 1,221 yards this year in 10 games. He was hit there by Bob Nelson. That's the scoring drive. Lawrence runs a lot like Lydell Mitchell. Remember him at Penn State and the Baltimore Colts. Inside the tackles, sort of slithers. Hard to knock off his feet. Second down. Casey throws the ball to Snell, the wingback, Sidney Snell, and it's incomplete. Now they'll have a third down and 7 coming from the Virginia Tech 27.
John Swain, that time the cornerback, did a good job, number 2, of knocking off the outside receiver, Mike Jackalone, who was trying to release downfield. But he never got off the line of scrimmage because, again, John Swain did a super job, and he's 6'2", 189.
Casey, the quarterback, he's small, 5'10", so they like him to roll out instead of a drop-back passer. There goes Cyrus Lawrence. See him break tackles? Look at him. He broke 3 tackles on the way. He averaged 122 yards a game running this year. Just a sophomore. And he's finally brought down by Lester Williams, the left tackle of Miami. Excellent balance, Hank.
Yes, it is good balance and good strength. He gets a good shot with the shoulder pads. Look at him go into the hole. He gets a good blow there by number 57, Axon. But he breaks the tackle, goes into the secondary, and picks up a great gain.
Cyrus Lawrence, South Franklin, Virginia. On first down, Lawrence has the ball. Lawrence is at the 40, 45, across the 50 into Miami territory to the Miami 48-yard line. And the tackle made by David Jefferson.
Here we see a pitch from the I formation. Lawrence running to his right. Number 77, the right guard Evans, is out in front, but he sees daylight, takes advantage of it, pops right through there for another big gain.
Out of the I formation, Virginia Tech on the Miami 48-yard line. Roll out pass. Casey caught, and it is incomplete. Ron Lippert defending against Tony McKee. He's throwing that ball rolling left, having trouble getting it up.
Yes, I think he's throwing it a little bit too soon and throwing it off the wrong foot. One thing, Curt, that's very obvious also, you talk about this Virginia Tech offense, they have really done a super job, and they're a big, strong offensive line. They average 248 pounds.
And that middle guard is an All-American, Jim Burt. He's awesome. There, they're linebackers. Play a 5-man front, 2 linebackers, and 4 deep, and another great player, 31, their safety man, Fred Marion. He's the field general. Here's Lawrence on the pitch to the 50, 45, still going, and just short of the 40, and again he broke tackles along the way. Fred Marion, the safety man, had to bring him down. He was second in tackles on Miami this year, Marion. Lawrence is not too big, you know, Hank. He's only 5'9", 195, but he has that balance.
He looks like he has excellent visions. I've seen him in films, and he's very decisive when he makes his cut. And, of course, the I formation is really a great formation because you're back there 7 yards. You have plenty of time to look and read and react and see what's happening up front.
7-0 Miami, 3rd and 3. The pass is a bad pass out to Tony McKee. They fake Lawrence up the middle and then try to hit McKee in the sideline for a quick hitch pattern, and Casey threw it over his head.
Yeah, they tried to sell the defense on the fact that it was going to be a quick hitting play inside, faked inside, threw the ball outside, but it went way, way over the top, falls incomplete.
And from New Jersey, it's Dave Smigelski to do the punting. He averaged 39.8 yards a kick this year. Fred Marion is the safety man. Fair catch call by Marion. The ball bounds around, and it is touched there by number 41 on Virginia Tech, and that's John Gambone. Miami will have the ball deep in its own territory, a 34-yard punt and no return. They'll spot the ball on the 11-yard line of the Miami Hurricanes. 7-0. Miami out in front on an opening 69-yard drive, featured by the passing of Kelly and the catching of Larry Brodsky. Timeout on the field here. A little over 40 degrees, a clear day. Atlanta, Georgia. The Peach Bowl game is underway. Seven to nothing. Miami leading. Let's go down to Frank Lieber. Technical problems down there. Frank will be back to you later. Here come the Hurricanes up now. They have the ball on their own 11-yard line. Jim Kelly, the quarterback, in the I formation. And straight up the middle goes a fullback, Chris Hobbs, who's a halfback playing fullback. He weighs only 183, 5'10", but he's spunky and he hits people. He was stopped by the freshman Ashley Lee. We talked about him. Watch him today. Number 88, Ashley Lee from Franklin, Virginia, led this team in tackles, 95 of them, as a freshman linebacker. Second down. Edie Neal is in. And out over the 25 for the first down to the 26 is Smokey Roan. The leading ground gainer with 669 yards this season.
You know, we definitely have a mismatch, as I mentioned, going into the game. Watch number 88, Ashley Lee. Uses his hands well, gets off of the block, is in good position yet. Comes off and gets a piece of the tackle. A great job by Ashley Lee, 6'1", 187.
The Hurricanes have the first down in their 25. They're leading 7-0. Pitches to Roan. Roan is plastered by three of the Hokies. Ashley Lee leading the way. Number 1, Paul Davis, the left corner, came up. And 94, Pedro Phillips, the left tackle, who's just a sophomore.
You know, a couple of mismatches, Curt, as you look at this Virginia Tech team play. I mentioned earlier, David Marble is 6 foot even, who weighs 210, playing on the nose of the center. It's a heck of a responsibility for a player who only weighs 210. And the corners of Virginia Tech, Davis weighs 165 and Young 170. And I'm sure they're going to have some heavy duty coming at them during the course of this game, trying to make tackles downfield.
Galley pump faking is trying to set up a screen. They get it out there. Against the set line. Chris Hobbs, the fullback. It was a screen to the fullback, but it really never got underway. Over there to make the tackle was Lewis Stuart, 33, and Paul Davis, the cornerback. And they're going to spot the ball at the 33-yard line of the Hurricanes. They're going to have a third coming and 2 to go. We have 8:24 to play the first period. Andy Barada's back in at tight end. Mark Cooper left the field. Stellenberger says he wouldn't trade his core receivers for any other receivers in America on any other college team. He thinks they're great. There's a straight handoff. There's a gaping hole open. That's Chris Hobbs. And Hobbs has the first down to the 46-yard line of the Hurricanes.
I hate to belabor the point, but there again, they're going right up the middle. The offensive center of Miami is John Fenton, who weighs 245. And the inside of that Virginia Tech defensive line is not that large, and you're just stuffing it right at him and doing a good job of coming off the football and running the ball right at the middle area.
3 times Miami's had third down situations. They converted all 3. Miami on their own 46. Kelly looks. There it is out there, and it just picked away by number 21, Mike Scharnus, but there's a flag down.
Had he thrown that ball just a little deeper, Curt, it would have been another 6 points. Scharnus, however, did a good job. He's 6'3", 200 pounds, and he has good range.
That's offside against Virginia Tech. Let's Let's go down now to Frank Lieber on the sideline.
This is Perry Cox, Virginia Tech yell leader. Answer the burning question the world wants to know. What in the world is a Hokie?
Well, it's not an animal, it's not a material, it's not anything. It's about 90 years ago, a gentleman made up a cheer for the Hokies or for the Virginia Tech, and Hokies happened to be a word that rhymed with one of the words in the cheer. So it really doesn't have any meaning, it's just something he made up with the cheer. So when someone asks you, what's a Hokie, tell them it's just something that was in the cheer.
All right, we're back here with Smokey Rowan running the ball that time. The tailback off the eye, and he carries it for another first down. It goes to the Virginia Tech 39. Watch the play.
And look at the big splits. The guard between the guard and the center on the right side. Good blocking at the point of attack. Smokey Rowan does a good job of switching the ball from the left hand to the right. Finally gets tackled on the sideline by Paul Davis, number 1.
Mark Rush is in the backfield, along with Chris Hobbs. On a standard throw setup now. First down. Kelly getting a rush. The flag is down. Throws on the run to Rush. He has it. And then dropped the ball. He had it. It rolled down his stomach. There was a flag down back at the line of scrimmage. Might be a holding call. I don't know. We'll find out. This is an excellent pass catcher. That's what they put him in for, to come out of the backfield and catch the ball. And he didn't catch that one.
No, and he's 6'3", 219, and that excellent size.
This is going to be a holding against the Miami Hurricanes.
Holding. Offense. First down.
Puts the ball back on the Miami 42-yard line. And will make it first down and 25 to go.
Virginia Tech has been played early, a lot of 2 deep defenses. Now they're playing a 3 deep alignment, trying to give the Hurricanes as many looks as they possibly can.
Kelly fading again. Here's a deep one to Brodsky. It's over his head. Trying to hit Brodsky. What they're trying to do, they have 2 deep men, and Miami's been trying to get 3-on-2 on that deep, and they've nearly succeeded a couple times, Hank.
Yeah, but that time they were in a 3 deep, and Paul Davis, number 1, did a pretty good job of covering on the play. There's a lot more room underneath the coverage than there is deep. The way that defense is playing, number 1 was in good shape. Scharnus, the free safety, was also in a good position to make the play.
And Kelly has an arm, Hank.
Yes, he has. He had a hard time playing quarterback if he didn't.
Jeremiah Thomas in a strong safety for Carl McDonald. Second down, 25. The handoff goes to Chris Hobbs. Hobbs pounds his way to the 45 of Miami. Mike Johnson, the freshman linebacker. There are 2 freshman linebackers on the field right now for Virginia Tech. Mike Johnson and Ashley Lee. Third down and 22 to go for Miami.
Again, Curt, there's a lot more room underneath in front of the defensive backs and behind the linebackers than there is behind at this stage of the game, the way the Virginia Tech defense is playing.
Watsky's to the left, Pat Walker spread right. Third and 22. Kelly shoots it short. Dropped by Rush. And Stellenberger said this guy could catch the ball, Curt, coming out of the backfield. He's dropped 2 already. And he's really disgusted at himself because he doesn't usually do that.
Well, I think that time he was waiting and wanting to run the ball before he actually caught it. A lot of young players make that mistake, but the first thing, the orderly process, make sure you look it into your hands, catch it first, and then run with it.
Greg LaBelle, who took karate lessons to help his punting, the leg kick. He wanted to strengthen his leg kick. And he boots a high, short one. Ludlow's the safety man. They're going to let it bounce. Skips around inside the 30. And now goes down along the 29, 30-yard line of Virginia Tech, where the Hokies will take over. We have 6 minutes and 13 seconds remaining to play in the first period. And that was just a 26-yard punt. We have a timeout. Well, Miami scored first, taking the opening kickoff, marching 69 yards for the score, and they lead 7-0. Back here at Atlanta, Georgia, 6:13 to go in the first period. Virginia Tech's ball on their own 30-yard line. Bovell flanker on the move. Now Casey scrambling around. Shoots it down the middle. It's incomplete to McKee, number 2. Tony McKee of Greensboro, a sophomore. They've had trouble holding on to the ball so far. Their passing game has not clicked at all.
Here you see Casey rolling out to his left, number 7, throwing the ball inside to Tony McKee, who is 5'11", 182. The ball is thrown well over the top of the unrushing lineman, Jim Burt. The ball should have been caught.
Second down, 10. Snell in motion again. Lawrence has the ball, and he drives to his 36-yard line. Cyrus Lawrence. 2 more years to go after this one. He'll probably break all the rushing records at Virginia Tech.
They have a good concept. That time they ran a sprint draw play from the I formation to Lawrence. Sprint draw meaning that you try to create the impression that it's going to be a pass from play action, and then you give the ball to the deep back. Blocking at the line of, at the point of attack is like pass protection, and Lawrence does a great job of seeing and reading that defensive alignment.
Third and just under 5, and now look like Jim Burt encroached. Number 83. Somebody crossed in that neutral zone.
You know, the defensive line of the Miami Hurricanes, the 3 defensive linemen, they average 257 pounds. They're big, strong people.
Well, that Burt is 245. He's from Orchard Park, New York. The tackles, though, according to Schnellenberger, are the key to their team defensively. Lester Williams, 73. Virginia Tech thought he was the best one. And Bob Nelson, number 91. They're both big. They'll both be back next year.
And they're both about 6'2" or 6'3" and 265.
There he goes. See, encroachment. He jumped in the neutral zone and touched the center. First down, Virginia Tech. They're on their 40-yard line. Trailing 7-0. What a quick hitter to Scott Gazelle that time, the fullback, number 34. He was wheeling around like he was going to pitch wide to Lawrence, and Lester Williams had to make the stop. Watch this quick hitter.
Yeah, it's a cross blocking at the point of attack with a left guard pulling, Gary Smith, who weighs 252. No ball goes in there nicely and pops through there with a lot of speed and quickness.
This is Virginia Tech's game, Hank. Control the ball. Lawrence has it. He has a first down. He's into Miami territory. And he's out of bounds along the Miami 43. Fred Marion, the free safety. Virginia Tech likes to run the ball, control the clock, and don't make mistakes. Now, right now, this is their ball game, the way they like to play it.
Exactly right, and they average running 53 times a game during the course of the season and throwing 19 passes. But you know, again, and I mentioned it earlier, but you have to give a lot of credit to the offensive line of Virginia Tech. Steve Wirt, 263, Smith, 252, Waldron, 225, Evans, 237, and Purdom, 265.
On first down, the rollout. Casey runs and run. He's to the 45, and he's wrapped up there. At the 40-yard line by Mike Gettiker, number 24, the defensive right end, 4th on the Hurricanes in tackles this year. And Greg Brown, 93, has gone in for Scott Nicholas as a weak side linebacker. Well, they picked up 3 on that play. Second down, 7. Virginia Tech, the Miami Hurricane 40. We're down to 4:12 to go in the first period. Miami of Florida leading 7-0 on an opening 69-yard drive. McKee is flanked to the right. There goes Snell in motion. Now they roll right. They throw it out to Snell. A bad pass over his head again. What's he doing wrong on the passing game here, Hank?
He's just hurrying his throw, throwing off the wrong foot. He has to follow through a little bit more. He's releasing the ball too quick, and for that reason, he's throwing it right over the top. You have to hang on to the ball a little longer where you get a good follow through with the wrist and throw with your body and throw with your legs. He didn't do that time. He's hurrying a little bit, and for that reason, he's very inaccurate.
That's Scott Nicholas, who has been shaken up. As we told you, Greg Brown had replaced him. Casey, the quarterback, Steve Casey, who completed 55% of his passes this year, is 0 for 5 so far. 3rd and 7 now. Casey fumbles the ball. Miami back is Casey falling on it. Number 24 had the ball. Goedeker right there, right in front of him, and he couldn't gather it in, and then Casey popped back on it.
Watch the jump, watch the anticipation, watch Goedeker come off the ball, comes inside of the block, jars the ball loose, has a great opportunity, rolls over, has a great opportunity to just fall on it, but it pops loose, and it's recovered by Steve Casey of Virginia Tech.
All right, Spagelski will punt. His second kick of the game. Brett Marion is a safety man back on the field. He got it away. Marion calls for the fair catch. Fumble the ball. They go for it. He fumbled on the fair catch. And let's see who recovers. The flag's down. I believe it's John Gambone or Sidney Snell down there. And we have flags down. Now, did they interfere with the right to make the fair catch? They're talking it over, a 30-yard punt. Evidently, Virginia Tech recovered it, but flags have been down. You cannot interfere with that safety man. Right to catch the ball after he's raised the arm.
We have a personal foul against the white. Decline. First down.
Personal foul against Miami has been declined by Virginia Tech. Here it is. Marion doesn't do that, but he did it here. They go on it, and number 41 recovers.
Yeah, John Gambone, number 41, makes the recovery.
Watch the kicker here now. He got a bad snap.
Had they had a rush on that time, they would have been able to block the kick. They didn't. They had a return on, and he does a good job of acting, pretending like he was hit on the play, but he wasn't.
That's our first turnover in the game. Yards for Miami. Virginia Tech now has its deepest penetration. They're on the Miami 25-yard line. Snell in motion. The pitch.
Option pass.
Lawrence, option pass. He's throwing to McKee, and it is intercepted, knocked down. Or did he intercept it? He intercepted it. Brett Marion intercepted, number 31. They had 4 men. That didn't fool anyone. 4 men around McKee. The ball was just slopped up there.
Yeah, he waited a little bit too long to get rid of the football. Watch him. Lawrence rolling to his right. Had he thrown it a little bit quicker, he had a chance. The receiver was open. But by the time the ball was up in the air, Marion makes a fine recovery and makes the interception.
Well, there's another angle. Now, watch him. He doesn't. He just sort of shot put that one out there, Hank.
Yes, he did. Didn't have much on it. The ball went in over in that time. And for that reason, had no chance whatsoever to make the play.
Miami has the ball on their 1-yard line. And each team now got a turnover. They go straight ahead. Jim Kelly with a sneak, the quarterback. Kelly's a big quarterback. He's 6'3", weighs 205, from East Brady, Pennsylvania. Yeah, he can muscle around in there in some quarterback sneaks. Cooper has come in at tight end to bring in a play now. We're down into the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the first period. Miami ahead 7-0 in the Peach Bowl game, Atlanta, Georgia. They have a second down and 8 from their 3-yard line.
A lot of room in front of the defensive backs, Curt. They ought to be able to throw the ball.
It's out. It's complete. Great catch by Mark Cooper, the tight end. Kelly throwing out of the end zone, right down the middle, and Cooper made a marvelous catch for a first down and to get the Hurricanes out of trouble.
There you see Kelly going back into the pocket, moves to his right, throws the ball over the top. Cooper makes a fine catch, and they're out of the soup.
There's the pressure.
Robert Brown, number 93.
Pedro Phillips, first down. Straight ahead play to Speedy Neal, number 38. Line of scrimmage started on their own 36. Now they're on their own 31. Now they're on their 34. With a second down, 7. Well, the pass got him out of a nasty situation.
Like the RA-15 had.
Esperanto, the tight end, moving to make a strong right formation. Straight ahead they go. Now they try to veer it off left tackle. Speedy Neal again. A freshman, 250 from Key West, Florida. couple of pretty good football players came out of there. George Myra, the all-time University of Miami quarterback, and a fellow by the name of Boog Powell, who went to Major League Baseball, but was a tackle on the same high school team as George Myra. Boog runs a marina down there in Key West now.
And how about all the All-Americans that the University of Miami has produced through the years? We'll go to that in a minute.
This is the third down play. Wedging right through again. This time it's Mark Rush, number 49. And that Miami line is quick off the ball, Hank.
Yes, they're controlling the line of scrimmage. Very frankly, both offensive lines are doing a good job when they have possession. Both teams are doing a good job of moving off the line of scrimmage and making something happen at the line of scrimmage. And that's what it's all about.
Rocky Belk is in his flanker, replacing Walker. Miami now has converted 4 out of 5 times on third down situation. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Play action pass. Kelly flips it to Belk. Belk's at the 35, first down at the 30-yard line. Rocky Belk took the post pattern down the middle, and Kelly laid it in there perfectly to him. 27-yard play.
I wish we could get a picture of the block they made on the man on the nose, number 98. You don't see it. They knocked him right back on his back. The protection was excellent. And we mentioned this a minute ago. They ought to be able to throw in front of and in between those defensive backs to where they're playing. They're very deep, and the passing game should be very effective.
All right, that's the end of the first quarter of the 13th annual Peach Bowl game in Atlanta. And our score, the Miami Hurricanes 7, the Virginia Tech Hokies nothing. Some of the Virginia Tech fans here from Blacksburg, West Virginia. What a beautiful campus they have there. And, of course, the Miami campus at Coral Gables is not a bad one either. I'm Curt Gowdy with Hank Stram. Miami's ball on the Virginia Tech 30-yard line. First down as we open the second period. Miami ahead, 7-0. Smokey Roan is to the 24-yard line. Let's go down to Frank Lieber.
I'm partial to 13-year-old boys named Mitch, since I have one at home back in Dallas. This is 13-year-old Mitch Morrill, whose dad, of course, is the quarterback coach of the Miami Hurricane, former star quarterback with the Baltimore Colts and the Miami Dolphins. And he's enjoying his visit to Atlanta tremendously here on the Hurricane bench. Curt?
Yes, Frank, and Jim Kelly says that Earl Morrill has really been the makings of him as his quarterback coach.
Look at all the room they have on the outside to throw the ball.
Right down the middle. It's complete to Pat Walker. Kelly is a very impressive sophomore quarterback. He's now completed 7 out of 11 in this game for over 130 yards already in the first half.
Pat Walker, number 27, was one-on-one on Paul Davis, who was only 5'9", 165. They had a one-on-one situation. Paul Davis was very deep. They were able to throw inside of him for a nice gain on the play.
Smokey Roan is the tailback off the eye. Kelly into the rush. And just as he threw the ball, he was hit trying to reach Andy Barada, the tight end. Robert Brown was in on him, hit him as he let the ball go.
Play action fake, and it wasn't a very good fake. He didn't put the ball in the pocket of the halfback who was faking. He threw the ball. They really shouldn't have thrown that ball. Should have thrown it out of bounds because it was almost intercepted on the play.
Second down, 10. Miami on the Virginia Tech 12-yard line. Miami ahead, 7-0. There goes Hobbs, 5. Hobbs is over. 6 down. Chris Hobbs, the junior. Big hole open. He's from Tallahassee, and he streaked into the end zone. That was a 99-yard drive in 10 plays. 2 long drives by the Hurricanes already.
I don't think people around the country fully realize what a fine team this Miami team is, really. Here we see it. Right up the middle, read it very nicely. Chris Hobbs, number 33, 5'9", 187. Pops in there for the touchdown. It puts Miami ahead 13-0.
Dan Miller will go for the point. He's now kicked 20 out of 21. And this one is good. second quarter. Miami Hurricanes are out in front, 14-0. Miami of Florida probably played the toughest schedule in the country. They played 6 teams that went to bowl games. They beat Florida State, Florida and Houston, and lost to Notre Dame, Mississippi State, Penn State. Next year, all they do is open up with Florida, Houston, Texas, and Florida State, their first 4 games.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to have to feel sorry for them, Curt. I really think they're going to have a lot of ability and skill. They're going to be able to play with anybody. They've got an excellent program.
That's McKee, and he's going to down it for a touchback. Yes, this is a young club. Most of them will be back next year. The quarterback, Kelly's just a sophomore, and already Snellenberger has signed 27 letters of intent and says this is a better recruiting class for the freshman crop next year than he had this year. And this was a good one this year. So he has it rolling now.
And, of course, you have to give a lot of credit to Bill Dooley and his fine staff for the wonderful job they've done at Virginia Tech with their young squad. And they feel good about their future.
Red. And now, wait a minute. 6-8. You have the spot right here.
Listen to the officials have a little staff meeting there, Curt.
Yes, and it's not a unanimous decision. The board doesn't all agree. Well, Hank,
there's a dead ball foul. Blocking below the waist. Be first down and 20 from the 10. Thomas, set the stick.
Dead ball foul.
Blocking
below the waist. On the kick. Puts it back on the 10. That'll make it first down and 20 to go.
10 on the first and 20 on the 10-yard line. First down and 20 on the 10-yard line.
Thank you, Mr. Parkinson, the referee. Look at that last drive. 99 yards. 4 minutes and 12 seconds.
And they showed a lot of balance. Good running, good passing.
All right, Virginia Tech has to get moving now. They throw the running pass. They complete it to McKee, and he skipped out of bounds. Tony McKee, the split end. Mike Jackalone normally would have started, but he has been ailing. Mark Smith playing the right cornerback drove him out. There he is, Tony McKee from Greensboro, a sophomore. The ball's on the 17-yard line of Virginia Tech, second down and 13. And that's Charles Cook, the second-string right tackle, who makes the stop on him.
You know, Virginia Tech is trying to use a man in motion to soften the force people, meaning to make the safety man play a little more loose than he normally would. They've been doing a pretty good job of it most of the time. But that time, the Miami defense rallied very well and responded very well to what they saw and did a good job on the play.
Here comes McKee off the field. Oh, he's coming out wide. McKee off wide. Billy Height is on the other side. Now he's going in motion. Snell's not on the field right now. Casey getting out, running to the 20, 25, still going, and he may have himself a first down. James Boone, the rover, who can play anywhere, usually to the wide side of the field of the Miami defense, the linebacker, runs him out on the 31-yard line of Virginia Tech, a first down.
There you see he rolls to his right, has a little problem, runs to his left, up the middle, breaks to the outside. Number 36 has a shot, but doesn't make the tackle. And he's finally knocked out of bounds by number 11, Mark Smith.
Height in motion, in the eye. First man through is Scott Bevell, the fullback, number 34. And he's hit by Scott Nicholas, who was shaken up earlier, but is back in the game. They spot the ball now on the 36-yard line. There's Nicholas from Clearwater.
You know, the defensive backs of Miami did a good job the last time of staying with their responsibility. Sometimes when the quarterback starts to scramble, they come up to make the play. The quarterback stops and throws over the top. They made him run, which showed a lot of discipline on the part of the Miami Hurricanes.
There's a pitch to Lawrence. Lawrence spurts through over the 40 to the the 42-yard line, and he should have a first down. Cyrus Lawrence, who carried the ball an average of 25 a game this year. Tony Ciccalillo made the tackle for Miami. Lawrence, by the way, has never caught a pass in his college career yet. Number 45.
You know, and James Boone that time came up nicely, number 14, and forced the play. Talking about the defensive back for the University of Miami. But in spite of that, they still made enough yardage for the first down.
Mike Jackalone is spread to the left. There goes Billy Height in motion. First down. The fullback, Scott Duvall, hits for short yardage to the 44 of Virginia Tech. He ran into Lester Williams, the big left tackle. A 2-yard advance, second down 8. The clock shows us 11:30 to play. Mr. Snellenberger's team in back of him, and the one out in the field has a 14-0 lead over Virginia Tech. And Virginia Tech is facing a second down 8.
Howard has a lot of ambitious thoughts, too, about his facility.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah,
we'll talk about that. You should know. You coach. There's a toss out to Height, and Height dropped immediately on the hitch pattern on the 47-yard line by James Boone, the roving back. They want a new stadium. They want to build it on the University of Miami campus in Coral Gables. They have 15 acres there. They want to put up a 42,000-seat stadium that could be expanded. I think it's a great idea. Miami's not drawing in the Orange Bowl. Put it back on the college campus where it belongs.
Well, I think the big thing, really, the big problem is they have to compete with the Miami Dolphins. It's a tough throw to handle, and I think it'd be very wise for them to be able to go back to the campus and play their football there.
There's Lawrence. Lawrence straight ahead to the 50-yard line. Stopped by Scott Nicholas. Well, the players he's got coming along, I can see a real resurgence for the Miami football program. We have a timeout.
Watch Nicholas, number 66. Scott Nicholas, 6'3", 225. Great pursuit angle, uses his shoulder pads and helmet in great shape to make the tackle.
We have a man down while they attend to him. We'll tell you the score in the Peach Bowl is Miami 14, Virginia Tech nothing.
CBS Sports to bring you the very best in NFL action. When you're on the road this holiday season, please drive safely.
Scott Nicholas, for the second time, has had to be removed from the game. And right now, it's 4th and 2. Virginia Tech's going forward at the 50-yard line. They're trailing by 14. Fake that time. Casey faked the ball off and kept it, and Moselle Axon, the strong side linebacker, stopped him. Clever faking by Steve Casey.
Yes. Faking to the fullback, trying to hold the inside pursuit, knew what he had to do to get the first down, saw a seam, saw a cavity, took it, and made the necessary yardage for the first down.
Virginia Tech on the Miami 45. They had to gamble. Already behind by 14 points. Comes a pass. It's to McKee, and McKee couldn't hold on to it. Again, they dropped the ball. They cannot get their passing game going.
That's about the third one they've dropped, and McKee had that right in the numbers that time and looked like he was eager to make the move to the outside and drop the football. In the process, here let's take a look at it again. Casey going back into the pocket. A lot of time to throw the ball. Throws it right on the money. And it's just dropped by Tony McKee. 5'11", 182.
That's been a difference. That's Frazier for Miami. 2 for 8. Passing 12 yards to Virginia Tech. Breaking through is Lawrence, and he has a first down. Cyrus Lawrence, who's been by far the best running back on the field today, splits it right through. All he needs is a little crack as he can slither through a slightest opening.
Look at a good job, good eyes, good running, runs through a tackle. Look at the way he protects the ball in the process of falling down to the turf. Cyrus Lawrence, who has rushed for 1,221 yards coming into this game. 5'9", 196.
He's averaged better than 7 yards a carry in this game. 67 yards. They give him the ball again. Not much that time. Stopped at the 32-yard line in Miami by the nose guard, Jim Burt. second down. Virginia Tech on the Miami 32. Second and 8. 14-0. Miami ahead. Nicholas is back in again. Must be something wrong with Sidney Snell, the star wingback. Heights replaced him, number 31. There it is, and the pass is complete. It's complete to Mike Jackalone, number 25. He made a very talented catch of that one.
You know, that time they were in double coverage, ground coverage. Ron Lippett, number 17 of Miami, was in front. He threw it right over the top beautifully. Watch it. Right over the top of 17, Lippett. Number 31, Marion, was in the process of coming over to help out on the play, but was a little bit too late. They make the catch, and now they have possession on about the 8-yard line.
First and goal to go for Virginia Tech. They had a scoring chance earlier and blew it with an interception. This is Steve Casey. And they needed that pass play. Their running game's been all right with Cyrus Lawrence, but their passing game has been nil.
They've done a good job. There's Bill Dooley on the sideline, who has done such a great job here with Virginia Tech, and had an excellent career in North Carolina, going to 6 bowls out of the last 8 seasons he was there.
Billy Hyde in motion. Lawrence keeps powering. Just short of the 5-yard line, Cyrus Lawrence. Now, he only weighs 195, and he ran into Jim Burt, the All-American middle guard, who goes at 245. He was trying to get another yard or two, but Burt said, Lawrence is out now, and Johnny Edmonds has come in. Let's check Cyrus Lawrence. He has carried the ball 11 times for 70 yards in the first half. Very talented sophomore who averaged 122 yards a game rushing this year. 6 100-yard games. Timeout's been called by Virginia Tech.
You know, the nice thing you have to be impressed with Virginia Tech is that they haven't abandoned what they felt they could do going into the game. They've shown a lot of patience, and they're doing what they feel they can do best, and they've done a good job of it on this last drive.
Back in the game is Sidney Snell, number 40, the star wingback. He's been out. There he is. And he's in a full house backfield. 2nd and 6 for a touchdown. There goes Snell. They fake it. Casey's going to run. Throws. And it is intercepted by Miami. Up with the ball.
He's gone.
Is Ron Lippert. And wait a minute. They whistled the ball. He stepped out of bounds on the 7-yard line. Ron Lippert. Lippert intercepted. And again, an interception cost Virginia Tech a score.
Miami, I keep wanting to say Miami Dolphins. Here he rolls to the left, fakes to the tailback, rolls to his left. The Miami defense really did a good job of playing their positions. And there you see Lippert, number 17, 6'1", 170, does a good job of making the interception.
Here's Casey now. He had ideas once he got out there to try and carry it in himself. Right now we have a first down. Lippert intercepts. A quick hitting play. Line of scrimmage. They start on their 7. And Chris Hobbs has been an effective play for him. Just a quick hitter. Off right guard comes out to the 13-yard line. 7 plays. DPI possession. Second down, 4 to go. Pokey Roan has a first down. He nearly broke it. Pokey Roan's out to the 26-yard line. You know, Virginia Tech had taken that ball 85 yards on the drive to the 6-yard line. Actually, 87 yards. And then lost it on the interception.
And the Miami offensive line is really doing a number on the defense of the Virginia Tech team. The offensive line is big and strong, and right now at this stage kind of manhandling the people up front, Virginia Tech.
Hobbs is a lone setback. Kelly will put it up, maybe. He gets away. Now they get him. Crafty back fullback. Phillips, 94. Kovac, 52. Poured in on him.
Kovac really got good penetration that time. 6'3", 242. Number 52. Kelly back in the pocket. Moves to his right. Here you see Kovac, number 52, making the play.
That's the first sack of the game. Virginia Tech has turned the ball over twice. Miami once. There's Kovac up to Marlboro, Maryland. Miami leading 14-0. A little over 6 minutes to play in the first half. Smokey Roan fumbles the ball at the 20. He was hit. The ball popped loose at the 20. Let's look at behind the Miami backfield here. Roan is the tailback. There's a deep handoff. This is much like the ball pops loose, but Miami recovers. That tailback, they like to go back and hand off deep in the backfield, so he then has the time to look for his hole. Third, 14 to go. Kelly flips it out. Flag is down. The ball is dropped. Chris Hobbs couldn't hold on to it. He was thinking about turning upfield before he caught it, but a penalty marker had already dropped. That's going to be a holding penalty against Miami. It'll be interesting to see what Virginia Tech does now on the option. They refuse it. Miami loses it down. That'll bring up a fourth down. 14 to go. The punting team comes in. Greg LaBelle. Greg LaBelle, who we told you worked on karate last summer to try and strengthen his leg. All that karate leg kicking. John Ludlow is the safety man deep for Virginia Tech. He's kicking against the slight breeze of his chain.
Good kick.
Good kick. Ludlow. Fair catch called at the 46-yard line of Virginia Tech, and the fair catch was called. Ludlow there, a 35-yard punt, no return. We'll be back to the Peach Bowl. Miami of Florida 14, Virginia Tech nothing. Curt Gowdy and Hank Stram back at Atlanta, Georgia. 5:22 to go in the first half. Virginia Tech has the ball, trailing 14-0. The last time they went 87 yards to the 6-yard line of Miami, then threw the ball away on an interception. Let's see what they do with this drive. First down. Play action coming up. Casey scoots out. Didn't find anybody open. Picked up short yardage. Bob Nelson, number 91. There's the University of Miami of Florida homecoming queen. Very nice. Hank, what year did you coach as assistant coach under Andy Gustafson?
1959, and really when I think and watch this team play, you can't help but wonder and admire the great job that Andy Gustafson did at the University of Miami. Got there in 1947. And really brought him into national prominence with a great win over Purdue when I was at Purdue in 1950. After we had beaten Notre Dame, they came to Lafayette, Indiana, and beat us 21-14. They went back after the game. There was 100,000 people met him at the airport. Can you believe that?
That's
in
amazing.
1950.
Kelly. That last pass complete to Billy Height. 40-yard line, a first down now. Virginia Tech in Miami territory. They've been to the 25, lost the ball on an interception. They've been to the 6, lost the ball on an interception. Not much for Lawrence, 2 or 3 yards. Tackle by Bob Nielsen. Let's go down to Frank Lever.
Injury report from the Virginia Tech bench on wingback Sidney Snell. He has a sprained foot. In fact, he's been suffering from it the last 5 or 6 weeks. Played the first quarter, then had to come out, but the trainer tells me he will be back in probably in the second half. Curt?
Thank you, Frank. He's a loss, of course. He led the team in receptions with 43. Broke the school record for the most touchdowns. He's a threat that they badly need. Casey keeps the ball. And in the Nelson. He goes down at the 30-yard line. Very close to a first down. Again, Bob Nelson, the right tackle from Baltimore, Maryland, took him down. Casey has very clever feet.
Yes, and this time it's kind of a counter option. He fakes the ball, reverse pivots, fakes to the fullback going inside, fakes the pitch out to the outside. Saw some running room, was finally tackled there by Rob Nelson, 6'2", 260.
He saw 4 white-shirted players there, went down very quickly, too. I don't blame him.
I think thought he saw a second base there, the way he slid in.
He's a junior. He wants to play healthy that senior year at Virginia Tech. Now the measurement. That close, a couple inches. One thing has helped Virginia Tech lately is Casey's been hitting some passes. Completed one to Jack Alone, another one to Billy Height. Casey's passing record now is 4 out of 11. With that extra dimension of some completed passes has helped the Virginia Tech attack. They're on the 30-yard line of Miami. Virginia Tech actually has outplayed Miami in this quarter.
Yes, I think probably the Miami team feels that they're going to try to make Virginia Tech beat them with a forward pass, which is not what they do best.
Quarterback sneak. Casey has the first down. The sneak carried to the 29 of Miami. First down, Virginia Tech. First downs. They now have 11, and Miami has 13. Bill Dooley with the cap. He's also the athletic director at Virginia Tech. His third Peach Bowl, 2 of them, as Hank told you, came when he brought his North Carolina team. Cyrus Lawrence. Lawrence still going to the 20-yard line. Barely had him down at the 24, but that marvelous balance kept him on his feet. He's very hard to knock off his feet.
You know, the thing to watch him as he runs, watch the balance, watch the forward lean he has as he's running up the field. There you see that lean, and he's hard to tackle. One guy very rarely ever knocks him down or knocks him off his feet.
There are his figures, 82 yards rushing already in the first half for Cyrus Lawrence. Billy Height in motion. Lawrence again. Finds the opening. He goes to the 15-yard line for a first down, Virginia Tech. The clock stops with 2:28 to play in a half. Tech's been down twice, and twice has come out empty. They need a touchdown badly. They're trailing 14-0 in the Peach Bowl.
And they're doing a good job with the offensive line now of knocking them off the line of scrimmage and creating some running room for Lawrence, and they're doing a good job at that right now.
All right, up they come. They have DeVell, the up back, 34. Lawrence, the tailback, 45. Height going in motion. Casey keeps the ball, now throws into the end zone, and he threw it away very wisely. They were running the ball well, and on first down, they go to the pass.
You know, the thing that you have to be impressed with, too, with the Miami defense, that time the defensive back, specifically Marion, knocked off the receiver, McKee, down as he was trying to get downfield. He did that before the ball was thrown, and, of course, that's a great pass defense. And for that reason, he had to throw the ball over the top. He was looking to hit McKee on the play.
The bell goes out. Tony Page is in at fullback, 49, in front of Cyrus Lawrence. Second down, 10. There's Lawrence. Lawrence to the 12-yard line. Lester Williams makes the stop. There's a player in the National Football League here today that was twice a Heisman Trophy winner in college. Archie Griffin, his little brother, Keith, plays on Miami. And Lawrence reminds me a little bit of him because Archie Griffin had that great strength from the waist up, where the tacklers he would shed tacklers who hit him above the waist.
Yeah, very much like him, and a little bit like the great back that we had at Kansas City, Mike Garrett.
Yeah, and built low to the ground, low center of gravity. Third down, 7. Big rush on him. Look out! They've got him. They throw him at the 27-yard line. That's Jim Burt, the middle guard, number 83. No stopping him. He just peeled him off, and here I come.
Well, he got a good jump. Number 83, there he comes into the picture, makes the tackle on Steve Casey, number 7.
Now it's 4th and 21. Look at him.
He needs to work at his neck a little bit. Doesn't look like his neck's big enough.
This is a weak field goal team, Virginia Tech. They kicked only 4 out of 14. Lowry doing the kicking. Dennis Lowry, a 42-yard attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. Bill Dooley said this morning, Curt, we can't kick a field goal. They just kicked a 42-yard field goal. And Virginia Tech is on the board. 3 times they threatened here in this second period. They haven't had a touchdown, but they finally get the field goal. Is there a flag down? Let's see.
No warnings. We're going to penalize him. 15 yards on the kickoff. We'll kick off from the 30, 40. We've told him.
Now let's see what this is about.
They're penalizing Miami. 15 yards. There it is, a 15-yard penalty assessed against the Miami Hurricanes. And so Virginia Tech will kick off from the plus 45, and I would think they'll be going for an onside kick.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
29 seconds left in the clock. Curt, I'm sure they'll try the onside kick with a hope and expectation of getting the recovery.
They're kicking off from the Miami 45. The score 14-3. Miami leading Virginia Tech. 29 seconds to go in the half. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Miami players are up there within 15 yards of the ball, and they are always the players with the quickest hands and the quickest feet.
You know, the other interesting thing about an onside kick, 40% of the time the kicking team recovers it. Unusual stat, isn't it?
40%? A lot more than people would think. There it is, and there's the onside kick, dribbling down. It doesn't go far enough, and it's out of bounds. And we may have a re-kick now. Out of bounds, didn't go the 10 yards. Unless Miami wants it there.
Illegal procedure on the kicking team. Refused. First down, White.
Yep, they want the ball. Where it went out of bounds, they'll take over on their 37, and they have a great passing arm quarterback named Jim Kelly, who may try and put it up here now and see what he can do in the last 29 seconds. Virginia Tech outplayed in the first quarter. Early in the second quarter has come back and has dominated the game since the middle of the second period. They're in a slot right formation. Kelly fires deep. That was to be intercepted. And it is. Up to the ball is Mike Scharnus. Scharnus intercepted. 21 seconds to go. I want to remind you this weekend, let's watch the interception.
And he went back into the pocket with the express purpose of just throwing the ball as deep as he could downfield, hoping for some kind of a big play. But there's no way. They had a lot of people back there very deep. And the defensive back does a good job of leaping and making the catch. Mike Scharnus on the play.
This weekend, CBS Sports has NFL action, NFC playoffs. Join us tomorrow at 12 Eastern Time. Vikings take on the Eagles. And Sunday, right here in Atlanta, the same stadium that you're watching this game, the Dallas Cowboys will be here to meet the Falcons. All on CBS. Casey's pass to the tight end, Bob Purdom. No good. Purdom, number 90, the tight end from Manassas, Virginia. Couldn't quite make connection. And we have now 13 seconds to go in the first half. Well, all playoff games are good, but that Dallas-Atlanta game is especially intriguing, Hank.
Yeah, there's a lot involved in that. I haven't seen Atlanta play all year long, Curt. I don't know whether you have or not, but they've really done a remarkable job. And I know that everybody seems to express a feeling that they've got a good chance to go all the way.
Cyrus Lawrence, he's not a real breakaway threat. 40-some yards has been his longest of the year. But he brings it out for a first down and stops the clock. He has nearly 100 yards already in the first half. Casey going over to talk to his coach, Bill Dooley. An impressive sophomore running back, Cyrus Lawrence.
And again, we talked about this earlier, but you have to be very impressed also with the size and the ability of the offensive line of Virginia Tech. Both teams have done a good job up front. Virginia Tech has done a good job in the second quarter, and they have excellent size. And it's very easy to understand why Lawrence has been able to rush as successfully as he has.
Each of these teams, by the way, will take back about $400,000 with them, not in cash. But that's going to help an athletic department. Miami defending with 7 seconds to play in the half and holding a 14-3 lead. In one game, they had, look at that, Florida State made 25 yards on the ground against this Miami defense. Florida State, a great team this year. Flag is down. Casey throwing the bomb to the sideline to Billy Height. Can't hold on to it. The clock shows that time is out for the first half. Let's see what the penalty's about. So on the defense, we'll have another play.
We have illegal procedure on the offense. Time has expired. Half.
All right. Well, that's...
The Miami defense is really going to have to tighten up in this second half. They're going to have to do a better job of forcing the run, especially from the corners.
Jeff Davis kicking off. It's a deep one. He'll ground it for the touchback. Virginia Tech will put the ball in play. First down on their own 20-yard line. Steve Casey comes out. He's run the club all the way. He'll be the quarterback. They should have Scott DeVell, 34, at fullback. Cyrus Lawrence at tailback. Sidney Snell, who's playing with a bad foot, is the wingback. And he hasn't done much today because he's been out about half the time. He has not caught a pass. On first down, the pitch is to Lawrence. They're trying to gang up on him. Picks up 3 yards, maybe not quite that much. Cyrus Lawrence. They'll be keying in on him now, trying to gang tackle him.
Well, Flanagan that time, number 90, the defensive player, defensive end, 6'3", 210, got good penetration, came across the line of scrimmage in good shape, and made the tackle.
Two-yard line of Virginia Tech, second down 8. Here's Billy Hyde in motion. Fullback comes through. That's Scott DeVell. And DeVell is close to the first down. Rushing in the first half, he had only 17 yards on 4 carries.
You know, they do a pretty good job of keeping the off balance with the outside and the inside running. Started outside on the first play of the second half and then ran up the middle. Came very close to making the first down.
Third down and a half yard to go. And nudging over the 30-yard line is the quarterback, Steve Casey, for the first down. Scott Nicholas finally got on his back and lowered him to the ground, but Virginia Tech has another first down. That's number 14 for them. They go ahead of Miami on first down, 14-13.
And they continue to use the man in motion with the express purpose of disjoining the secondary and disturbing the force of the Miami Hurricanes, loosening him up a little bit and trying to get outside.
Right in motion. Lawrence has it. Flips off a tackler. Keeps going to the 35-yard line of Virginia Tech. Bob Nelson, 91. I only see 3 there. Oh, they got. Oh, I see.
I was glad to see that my wife
got
Phyllis.
The eye up there.
Glad to see my wife Phyllis is here to make that sign for us there, Curt.
Very good. How long did it take her to make the banner? Huh?
Didn't take long. She does things very quickly. Very efficient.
You must, the way you look all the time, the way you dress.
Option!
Casey on the option pitch, out it goes. And that's Cyrus Lawrence out of bounds. Driven out by the free safety, Fred Marion. Now let's see where they spot him out. He's out on the 43-yard line of Virginia Tech. And the Hokies have another first down. They used to be called the Gobblers, but now it's Hokies. The explanation you heard earlier is out of some old cheer or chant they had, and they like it. And if those folks around Blacksburg like it, that's good enough for me.
Seems to inspire their football team, so the combination of the fans liking it and the effect it has on the team is very good.
First down, Virginia Tech. Roll out by Casey.
Tight end.
There it is, out to the 50, 45. Purdom moving the big tight end, and he's out of bounds. Deep in Miami territory. Bob Purdom, the tight end, number 90. Driven out by John Swain, the cornerback, number 2.
That's a nice-looking play. They rolled out to the right. The tight end, Purdom, delayed and then came across the green, across the other side of the field. The linebackers didn't pick him up. There you see him making the catch, carrying the ball in the left arm away from traffic. Does a good job, a big play.
He can move for a big man.
Yes, he can. Very good-looking play.
First down, Virginia Tech on the Miami 14-yard line. The pitch is to Lawrence. Lawrence looking for the hole, and down he goes on the 15. They have a loss on the play. That's the first time they've tackled Lawrence for a loss in this game. He was slowed down by Charlie Cook, the right tackle.
I tell you, David Jefferson, number 30, who is 6'4", 224, really came across and got good penetration and kind of slowed things down before they were able to pursue and make the tackle.
Second down, 12. Hank, where Virginia Tech's had the problems, inside the 25 3 times they haven't been able to punch it in for a touchdown.
Well, the unusual thing, the last time they were in here, they threw the ball on first down after running it most of the time all the way down the field, Curt.
Second down, 12. Virginia Tech on the Miami 16. Lawrence on the pitch. To the 15. Lawrence still going to the 10. And down to the 6-yard line. Cyrus Lawrence dragged down finally by Mike Gettiker, the right end of Miami. Put it on the 7.
Here they come, and the key to the play is a fine block by their tight end Purdom on the defensive end.
What balance. Tremendous runner, this kid.
And Lawrence, all he does is read the block of the tight end, cut inside, and made a nice gain on the play.
Lawrence, as you saw, has outrushed the entire Miami club. 127 yards.
One thing for sure, Curt, if you don't get penetration against that formation, the I formation on the sweep, you're going to be in trouble because all they want to do is keep you there, spread you out, let the back pick the seam.
3rd and 3. Lawrence is out. And over the 5 and driving to the 4-yard line. With Fred Marion making the stop. As they ran the keeper. They're going to spot it on the 4. It's close to the first down. And they may measure. Casey's asking for the measurement. They'll have to anyway. It's that close.
That time they sent Sidney Snell across the formation like he was going on the far side, and then he turned around and followed the quarterback. He would have been the pitch man had he had to pitch the ball on the play.
There it is. They have a first down. First and goal to go for Virginia Tech. First down 4 for Virginia Tech touchdown. Now they're on the sideline, and they're sending Cyrus Lawrence back in, their star runner.
They've been running that pitch from the I formation so well. Now they're in a cockeye formation. They'll send somebody in motion possibly. Well, they don't this time.
Oh, fumble! That's out of bounds. Lawrence does not fumble much, but he couldn't get a hold of that one. Fumble it out of bounds. It'll be second down and goal to go. They were lucky that fumble squirted hard toward the sideline.
Watch the pitch. They're in a cockeye formation that time. And I think what happened, the fullback obscured the vision of Lawrence. He was a little slow getting off the mark, and Lawrence didn't see the ball as it came back to him.
Another angle.
There it is again.
They made 3 yards on this, Hank.
Yeah, on a fumble that bounced out of bounds. Here we go again with a cockeye formation.
There goes Lavelle, the fullback, who stopped on 2nd and 1. Rising up to hit him was Scott Nicholas, the linebacker, number 66. And we'll have a 3rd down and a yard to go for a Virginia Tech touchdown. Here in the 3rd quarter, 9:20 to play. The score 14-3. Miami Hurricanes in the lead.
The wide side of the field is to their left, Virginia Tech's left. They've been running a lot away from the wide side of the field back to the short side with the anticipation of the Miami team rotating to that side, meaning that they put an extra man on the strong side of the field. Let's see what they do here.
3rd down, a yard to go for a touchdown. Look at Miami gang up. Lawrence is over. Cyrus Lawrence dives it in, and Virginia Tech's right back in here. They have come on and taken this ball game over since early in the 2nd period. They were behind 14-0. They blew 2 scoring chances. They came up with a field goal, and now they've just taken the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and gone 80 yards for a touchdown.
Here again, I've mentioned it many times, but the offensive line of Virginia Tech averages 248 pounds. They are doing an excellent job of knocking the Miami team off the line of scrimmage, and that's what it's all about.
All right, now the try for point. It's up by Lowry, and the kick is good. Lowry boots it. He had kicked 19 out of 23, and we have ourselves a Peach Bowl game here. 8:52 to go in the 3rd quarter. Miami of Florida 14, Virginia Tech 10.
When I was married, we had all our finances in joint accounts. Now I'm setting things up in my own name. It's a big change. There are full-service banks, savings and loans, savings banks, credit unions. They offer a lot of the same things. How do I decide where to bank?
Keep your checking and savings at a full-service bank where you'll find an experienced professional banker to advise you. Look for this symbol of a full-service bank. We've got the answers.
Excuse me. I'm not the same crazy.
Howard Schellenberger's been yelling out at the officials. He's unhappy. And a little worried and concerned, I would imagine, Hank, the way the Virginia Tech team's come on now.
Yeah, the momentum has changed dramatically here in the 2nd quarter, and now at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. I would be concerned, too, if I were he in this particular situation, because they went 80 yards and made it look very easy.
Rush is back deep for Miami on the 2-yard line. Kicking off will be Bobby Allen. He booms it. Rush has it a yard out. Gets up to the 5, to the 10. Gets to the 15, and he's cracked down on the 20-yard line. Quickly, let's go to Frank Glaber.
Curt, we've been talking to some of the Miami coaches about how to defense young Mr. Lawrence, and they said during the halftime intermission that they've been overplaying him, that they're going to instruct their defensive guys to try to get to him before he cuts back, because he's one of the best cutback runners around, as I think Hank will agree.
And the other thing, Hank? Yeah, and the other thing is you really have to stay in your lanes. You can't overrun. You can't overpursue. That's the great thing about the I formation. It's a great formation against teams who will overpursue.
All right, Miami now. Lead has been cut down. They give it off to the fullback, Chris Hobbs. And that little trap, quick opening play that has gained consistently for him. Brings it out to the 25-yard line. 2nd down 5 for the Hurricanes. Hobbs in the 1st half picked up 39 yards and 5 carries. That's the drive. Excellent drive, 12 plays, 80 yards. Good possession time of 6 minutes. Tight end is over in the slot. 2nd and 5. They hit Hobbs that time. Chris Hobbs is brought down on his 27.5-yard line by Rick Miley, the left end, and Lewis Stuart, the senior linebacker.
I think something that the Miami team has to do more of, they've got to run up the middle and run right at that defense because they pursue, react, and respond so well. But the best thing to do against that kind of a defensive play is to go right at the defense.
They're 3rd and 3 from their 27. Kelly will put it up. A short one. Incomplete pass. Incomplete to Hobbs. Had the ball jarred loose by that freshman, Ashley Lee, who led the... Look at them. They're fired up now, the Hokies, as they go to the sideline.
Yeah, the emotional level has changed tremendously. And, of course, it's all on the side of the Virginia Tech team now at this particular stage in the early part of the 3rd quarter.
Bunt formation, Greg LaBelle to do the booty. Back deep is John Ludlow. Takes a good bounce for Miami. Ludlow's mad he didn't go there and field it. It's down on the 21-yard line of Virginia Tech.
Yeah, he lost about 12 or 15 yards on letting the ball roll. He should somehow, some way, get in a position to make sure that you make the catch. Signal for a fair catch.
I want to talk about that when we come back, about a policy of fielding the punt. The score with timeout, 14-10 Miami. Virginia Tech takes over, put it on their own 22-yard line. First down. They're trailing 14-10. Midway in the 3rd period. Snell in motion. First man through is Scott DeVell of Lynchburg, Virginia, the junior. Smacked down by Scott Nicholas, the weak side linebacker. Now the ball's on the 26-yard line of Virginia Tech. 2nd down, 4. Page comes into the lineup. Tony Page, 49, the fullback. Mike Jackalone goes out as a receiver.
Excuse me, Curt. They continue to send Snell in motion to try to disjoint that secondary a little bit. Here they come.
Here's Lawrence. Lawrence gets piled up that time. His own blockers got in the way.
And Lester Williams got good penetration that time. 6'3", 267, and he's a snootful.
You know, we're talking about fielding those punts. What was your policy to your safety men about fielding a punt or not fielding the punt?
Well, to make sure, number one, make sure that you always know where you are. Make sure that you realize inside the 10-yard line. Always stand on the 10-yard line. If the ball is coming down in the area of the 10, let it bounce into the end zone. We'll take the chance. Percentage it will bounce in. We'll try to catch everything that you possibly can. If there's any question, signal for the fair catch, but don't let it hit the ground. Fumble.
Fumble. Messed up on the exchange. Bob Nielsen rammed in there to help force that one. On the ball with George Evans, the right guard, to recover. And it's a punt formation now with Dave Spigelski to do the kicking. He averaged in the first half 27.5 yards. Both punters have been below their season's average, way below it. That's a nice kick. Filing out. Marion takes it on his 37. They get to him. They bury him. He goes down on his 38-yard line. Leading the way, Mike Kennedy. 43-yard punt and no plus return.
Here's a time where you got to make. He was a little off balance. He caught the ball a little high. Didn't make a decision as to where he was going to go. And anytime you do a tap dance, you're in trouble.
They're working on the Miami defensive left tackle, Lester Williams. He's one of their better ones. First down, Miami Hurricanes on their 33. They're ahead, 14-10. Quarterback sneak. Straight ahead goes Jim Kelly. Kelly saw him loose in there and took advantage of that just behind a wedge. Crosses his 35 and brings it out to his 37-yard line.
And the linebackers are very deep. And there's a lot of space between the tackles, and they ought to be able to run up that middle area. very efficiently.
Second down, 6 for the Hurricanes from their 37. Kelly and a straight drop back. There's a pass complete to Barada. Andy Barada from Philadelphia, the tight end. It's close to a first down, just a little short one here.
Look at the splits. You see the good splits up front. Kelly going back into the pocket. It's Barada coming in underneath the linebackers. And they pick up, and they watch Marvel, number 98. Center is blocking on him on the play. And the center, of course, is John Fenton, number 62, is 245, and Marvel is 210.
First down for the Hurricanes on their 43. They have not been in Virginia Tech territory since early in the second quarter. That pass is out of the reach of Joyner, Jim Joyner, number 13, who's a speedster, averaging 16.5 yards a catch this year.
Yeah, he tries to throw the ball deep. I think, again, that you can throw the ball underneath a lot more efficiently than you can throw the ball outside like they try to do it on that last play.
You know, Hank, Virginia Tech finished 3rd in the nation on allowing average yards per play. Pittsburgh led. They allowed only 3 yards a play. Nebraska was 2nd, and Virginia Tech was 3rd. And their defense now has been tough since early in the second quarter.
Look at all the room underneath, and look at the middle area especially.
2nd and 10 on a quick draw handoff. Smokey Roan. Do we see a flag down? We do.
Yeah.
It's a face mask against Virginia Tech. And this will put Miami in the Virginia Tech territory for the first time since Chris Hobbs scored a touchdown early in the second period. That's how tough the Virginia Tech defense has been.
Face mask, defense, first down.
Hobbs is out. Speedy Neal goes into the Miami backfield at fullback. There's the face mask right there. And that's by the linebacker, Lewis Stuart. Lee in there also, both of them. It's on the 37-yard line now. Miami on to Virginia Tech 37 with a first down. Deflected. They were trying to hit a crossing pattern to Jim Joyner, number 13, and he was wide open across the middle.
Kovac that time, number 52, got good penetration, got a piece of the football on the play.
Second down, 10. John Caney, the left tackle, is down. He'll be replaced by Jim Linus. Tonight on CBS starts with the Incredible Hulk. And on Dallas, Pam thinks she's found her long-lost mother. All on CBS tonight. I guess pretty complicated, that Dallas.
Yeah, you must take a course and...
got to have a scorecard to keep up with all
that. Exactly right.
Things going on. Right now going on is an injury on the field. The score 14-10. Miami of Florida leading Virginia Tech, the 13th annual Peach Bowl game from Atlanta, Georgia, where this Sunday on the same network, you'll see the Atlanta Falcons entertain the Dallas Cowboys. And Saturday on CBS, starting at 12 noon, from Philadelphia, the Minnesota Vikings against the Eagles. Everybody's discounting the Vikings, but I've seen Bud Grant go into too many playoffs and surprise clubs.
Yes, and they've got the kind of a team that really creates a lot of problems for you. They throw against zone defense as well as anybody in the league, and they really create a lot of problems for you. You better be ready for the short passing game because they have the ability to get deep, too. So they're really a problem offensively. And how about this defensive team of Virginia Tech? Boy, aren't they quick?
Yeah, they're very quick.
Super quick.
4th in the nation in averaging lowest points, 9.9. 3rd in the nation, lowest average per play against them, 3.4. 5th in total defense. Pittsburgh led. Florida State was 2nd. Virginia Tech was 5th. Gave up only 218 yards in total defense. Miami has more than that in this game.
They also play with a lot of enthusiasm. Intensity level is very, very high.
This is an outstanding left tackle, John Caney, a junior. And he's coming out of there. It seems to injury. He's from West Virginia, by the way.
And he's 6'5", 251.
Let's see how he got hurt, if we can tell, Hank.
Left tackle, number 53. There you see him. There you see him. Oh, somebody fell on the back of his leg. That's how it happened.
He's from Weirton, West Virginia.
There's a good picture there. Got a good chance to see what happened on the play, but very obviously a defensive player fell on the back of his leg.
Second down, 10, Miami. On the Virginia Tech 37. Plenty of time for Kelly. When you give him the time, that's what's going to happen. He got it to Pat Walker to split in. He was all alone over there. Lawrence Young finally pushed him out. But what protection Jim Kelly had.
Yes, he had excellent time that time. Kovac, number 52, is trying to make penetration, gets knocked down. Look at all the time, and he throws outside to Pat Walker. There you see the reception. Walker makes the catch. Tries to get upfield, but goes out of bounds.
3:33 to play in the third quarter. Smokey Roan cutting back. Oh, is he decked by Robert Brown, 93. The smashing right in, who his coach Bill Dooley says should have been picked the All-American this year. He can move.
Watch here, 93, Robert Brown. Boy, what a shot. 6'3", 230. Very active defensive end.
15 times he tackled a quarterback or runners for losses. Second down, 9. The Hurricanes on the Virginia Tech 22. Again, Smokey Roan. He slipped the tackle. 15. Down to the 10. And he should have the first down. Smokey Roan, the leading ball carrier. He gained in one game this year 249 yards, an all-time University of Miami record.
And he rushed for 701 totally for the season. Here you see him, Smokey Roan going to the outside, cuts inside of the defensive back, who gets penetration on the play. Rick Miley, who really was the defensive end. He picks up a nice gain in the play.
First down for the Hurricanes on the Virginia Tech 10. Kelly under the gun. They get him and they throw him down. They sack him. He is sacked at the 23-yard line by Robert Brown, number 93, and Jeremiah Thomas, a safety who was blitzing.
Yes, sir. Jeremiah Thomas, number 19. Watch Robert Brown, number 93. He gets penetration. He gets a piece. And you see Jeremiah Thomas, number 19. They put him in a vice and throw him to the turf.
They lost 13. Brown has both sacks in the game.
Look at all the running room up that middle.
Second down, 23. Kelly on the draw play. Gets it off to Hobbs. There he goes to the 9-yard line. Chris Hobbs constantly on that draw, that quick draw, has picked up yardage.
The linebackers are so deep, Curt, that I don't understand why they don't stick it at them more than they have, running right at them. They get a little fancy on occasions. The area to run is run it right at the linebackers and right up the middle, and they did a good job of it in the last play.
It is 3rd and 10 for a touchdown. A timeout has been called by the Miami Hurricanes. With 1 minute and 16 seconds to go, coming over is Jim Kelly to talk to Howard Schnellenberger, his coach. 3rd and 10 here, Hank, on the 10. Little figuring to do.
Yes, they're going to try to anticipate what kind of coverage they're going to get, and then try to hit the receiver who is open, the open receiver on the play.
That's not a bad lineup of quarterbacks. Namath is a sophomore. I had that game that Namath is a sophomore played with Alabama against Oklahoma. Namath made over 90 yards rushing in that game. If he had those pair of legs in the pros, he would have broken all the records. Boy, how he could run then. Stabler, Sloan, Burt Jones. Quite a list, and now I add the sophomore Jim Kelly of the University of Miami to it.
Joe was a classic thrower, wasn't he? The thing about Joe was, the people don't realize, he was super at reading defenses and coverage.
3rd down and 10. Again, he's hit. Down he goes. third sack, and on him is Mike Kovac, the right tackle, number 52, as he burst through. 4th and 15 for a Miami touchdown.
And here again, you have to give the defense of Virginia Tech an awful lot of credit. There you see Kovac, number 52, blitzing on the play, making the penetration, and doing a great job on the pass rush.
This will be a 31-yard field goal attempt by Dan Miller, who's hit 15 out of 24 this year. And he kicks it high, and the kick is good.
Boy, did he get that ball up in the air fast, and he drilled it right up in the bleachers.
He gets some altitude on him. He scores with 49 seconds to go in the third period, and the Miami Hurricanes now have a 17-10 lead. So they'll come back and kick it off. Virginia Tech regroups. That was a good drive by Miami. They needed that. Jeff Davis kicks it off. He booms it. Well done, and I'm impressed with the way these college kids are kicking these kickoffs into the end zone.
Seems like they've been soaking their foot in Gatorade or something where they're getting that ball down the field. They're really pumping it down there, aren't they?
Feet of stone. That's the drive, the field goal scoring drive. 11 plays, 53 yards before they were stalled. 2 sacks stalled the drive, but they got 3 points. And so Virginia Tech now is on their 20-yard line with a first down in the closing 29 seconds of the third period.
And how about the size of Jeff Davis, number 3, the guy who kicked the ball off? 5'6", 132.
Cyrus Lawrence squirms out to the 26-yard line. See him twist for that final yard. He goes for every yard he can get. Jim Burt knocked him off balance from behind. You're quite a young runner, Mr. Lawrence, number 45, a sophomore. We'll be hearing a lot more from you the next 2 years in that Virginia Tech uniform.
Yeah, he's something very special. He's a very gifted, talented runner.
And that's the end of the third period in the Peach Bowl. And CBS's coverage of the 13th annual Peach Bowl will continue after this word from your local station. Curt Gowdy and Hank Stram, Atlanta, Georgia, opening the 4th period of the Peach Bowl game. 17-10 Miami of Florida. Virginia Tech has a 2nd and 4 on their 26-yard line. That's Bevell, the fullback. Not much for him. Scott Bevell. They'll plant the ball down on the 27-yard line, and now they have a 3rd and 3.
That time the Miami defense really got off the ball in good shape and controlled the area where they were trying to run. No surge that time by the offensive line of Virginia Tech.
That time by number 2, John Swain. Swain shot across the line of scrimmage and knocked him off his feet. Let's go to Frank Lieber.
Well, the heartbreak of this game sometimes. John Canine has suffered knee damage. A ligament injury is what they say, yet he has been up and down for these kickoffs. He's a very disheartened young man. He's from West Virginia. He'd like to get back in that ball game, but it will not happen today. Ligament damage for John Canine, the offensive tackle of the Hurricane.
Thank you, Frank. And our best to John Canine. Complete recovery, we hope.
Oh, what a kick.
A beautiful kick. Fred Marion backpedaling to his 22. Looking the field over. Can't get anywhere. Great coverage by Virginia Tech. They get down there, and 57-yard punt, no return. And it was Gillett Ford, number 29. Gillett Ford, who went down to get him.
Marion, that time again, that's the second time we've seen him field a kick. And both times he's been very undecided as to where he's going to try to run with the football. You got to make a decision, right or wrong. You got to make a cut, get up the field, and try to get as much out of the play as you possibly can. He danced around too much that time, and the whole thing fell right on top.
While he was dancing around, it looked like there'd be a penalty against Miami. This will set him back and give the Virginia Tech defense an opportunity now. 17-10. Miami ahead. They led 14-0 at one stage in the first half.
Pushing, illegal use of the hands, pushing. Kick return team, 5-yard penalty, first down.
All right, the ball will be spotted on the, let's watch the push it. Watch 93. There it is, right there. 93 did the push it. We'll be back as Miami goes to the attack deep in their own territory. The score 17-10, Miami of Florida.
This Bud's for everyone who works, so we can...
The Peach Bowl Queen, 1980.
Big screen up there. Look on the big screen.
All right, we come up with Miami on their 17-yard line, a first down. They're trying to protect the 7-point lead. The handoff is to Hobbs. Chris Hobbs, Tallahassee. Mike Kovac, 52. Casey, that's the quarterback. Right knee, right thigh.
Well, you have to be impressed with Kovac, don't you? Mike Kovac, number 52, 6'3", 242. What a job he's done out here this afternoon.
He's been across that line of scrimmage many times. Second down. 8 to go. Only to the sideline. And the catch is completed to Larry Brodsky, number 43, who grabbed 3 early in the game but has been shut out since.
Good execution on the play. Not very good play action fake, however. Brodsky goes to the outside, runs a sideline pattern. Licks the defensive back, Paul Davis, number 1, who is 5'9", 165, and picks up a first down for the Miami Hurricanes.
Brodsky has 4 catches for 80 yards in the game. Joyner has replaced him, number 13. On the first down, that's a reverse to Joyner. They like to run that play a lot. He's a very tricky runner, elusive and fast, and they use that flanker reverse a lot, sometimes with a handoff, other times with a pitch like they just had.
And Frank Frazier, the right tackle, number 79, really did a super job of coming back and making a block on the play.
There's the penalties. More yardage assessed, and keeping the feet warm. It's Sonny George is in the 40s today, but clear. Very brisk. Second down 8. Down goes Chris Hobbs. Hit down there by number 94, Pedro Phillips, the left tackle.
Boy, both coaches have really done a super job with their respective teams. Bill Dooley and Howard Schnellenberger really has done a super job.
It is 3rd and 3 for the Miami Hurricanes. Dooley's decided to put the coat on. As the shadows cover Atlanta Stadium, it gets cooler. 11:36 to play. 17-10, Miami in the lead. Reverse again. Joyner stopped cold. That fooled no one. He faked the Hobbs up the middle, gave it to the flanker, Joyner coming around, and he's actually trapped for a loss.
Pedro Phillips, number 94. Watch number 94. Phillips, look at him. He started to go to the outside, came back inside, and made a good play. Good tackle there by Pedro Phillips, 6'4", 241.
Punt formation now on 4th and 4. There goes Pedro. Greg LaBelle, the punt. Ludlow is the return man. Neither club has had any returns today. The Miami bounce and is dead on the 7 or 8 yard line. That was like The old chip shot. Boy, that took a nice backspin for him.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about playing on grass instead of synthetic turf. That thing would have bounced a mile high and into the end zone or out of the end zone had it been fuzzy cement.
Virginia Tech's ball on their 8-yard line. They have a timeout on the field. When they come back, they'll have a first down. And the Miami Hurricanes in the lead, 17-10.
Curt, how about the Riddler? Frank Pitts came in here to see us this afternoon. Great receiver we had at Kansas City. Good to see him in it.
Oh, that ball was fielded on a hop. Tony McKee trying to grab it. Really had his head torn off by Ron Lippett, playing the left corner spot for Miami. Watch this play.
Goes downfield. Try to sell him on the idea it was going to be a forward pass downfield. Try to throw a quick screen. And he paid the price for bobbling the ball. Lowly, a very lowly thrown ball.
It looks like the bulldogging at the Cheyenne Frontier days. Second down, 10. Casey is going to throw it deep. 2 Miami men were covering, though. There was no one fooled on that. Lippett and Marion.
You know, Curt, both teams are grab-bagging it a little bit at this stage of the game. It appears they're not doing what they were doing extremely well earlier in the game. Maybe they'll get back to it, but they kind of diverted a little bit from both plans of attack in this fourth quarter.
Well, here in the 8th first down, I thought that we might see Lawrence running the ball out of trouble, getting some breathing room. Then they could go to work in the passing game.
You always have to go back to and do what you do best. And what they do best is give the ball to Lawrence, and they haven't done that very well, very much lately.
Not in the second half. He had 29 yards. He had 105 yards in the first half. This may be a delay of the game. It is. Delay of the game. This will move the ball back to the 3-yard line. And make it 3rd and 15 for Virginia Tech.
Delay a game. Offense, half the distance, 3rd down.
Casey, number 7. Ball to signal. He just got out of that end zone and back to the 3-yard line. And now they have a big pressure punt coming up. Scott Nicholas dropped him at the 3 with help from Mike Gettiker.
Here you see Casey rolling out to his right. No place to throw the football. Sees a little room inside. Decides to take off and run. Not much running room. And gets the ball out to about the 2-yard line. Now they have to kick.
Miami should have excellent field position after this one. Good high kick. Marion calls for a fair catch on the 42-yard line or 43-yard line of Virginia Tech. A 40-yard kick and no return. And it'll be Miami's ball, first down. 9 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in this Peach Bowl game. And Miami's on top, 17-10. Well, that's the story. And we're going to be back here in Atlanta, Georgia. CBS's answer to the Peacock. That's the Virginia Tech Gobblers. All right, here's Miami first down now on the 42-yard line of Virginia Tech.
I would think Miami will try to run the ball here and try to establish something, make something happen up front in that line of scrimmage.
They run Keith Griffin, Archie and Ray's little brother. Keith Griffin, 18 years old, a freshman from Columbus, Ohio. You don't think that Griffin family's turned out some football players? Keith gets one play and he comes to the sideline. And Archie and some of his family came down here to watch the team play.
Talking about turning out things, how about the job Jack Williams and George Gillette has done with the publicity aspect of this game? Really done a super job.
There's Smokey Roan, and Roan's to the 28 for a first down. Smokey Roan.
George Gillette weighs about 145 pounds, and I think he sent us about 165 pounds of material, hasn't he? Look at this beautiful hole there by the fine runner, Smokey Roan, number 46, 5'10", 175.
Roan has 81 yards in the game, the leading ball carrier for the Hurricanes. And he goes to the 25-yard line, maybe the 24. Miami smells a little taste of that end zone now. They know they could about salt it away with another touchdown.
Yeah, they're going after the Virginia Tech defense, going right at it, and that's the way you have to attack that defense, as quick and as fast as they respond laterally to what they see.
Second down, 6 to go. Virginia Tech's 24-yard line. Roan cuts back. He reaches the 20-yard line. All down there by Scharnus on the 20-yard line.
Look at all the red shirts, maroon shirts around the ball carrier that time, about 6 of them. That's the kind of defense you like to see.
They have a third down and 2 to go now, Miami. They take Pat Walker out. They put a double tight end setup in, Andy Barada and Mark Cooper for the Hurricanes. 3rd and 2. 7:30 to play in the game. Fumble. He never had the ball. He popped it away. And let's see who has it. Miami
never looked like he had possession at all, Curt, did it?
No.
Here you see him coming off the ball. There you see the handoff. He just never had possession of it. It was put in the pocket nicely, but he just didn't have possession and fumbled. And Virginia Tech.
Well, they have a 4th down and 2.
I thought Virginia Tech recovered that fumble, but I guess they did
not. Dan Miller is going to come in for a field goal that will be very important for the Hurricanes. He's already kicked one in this game. This is a 37-yarder, and that kick is good. A 37-yard field goal by Dan Miller. And now it gives Miami a 20-10 lead. 2 field goals here in the second half. He has some leg on him. We'll be back with the Miami kickoff right after this message. He's out to the 20. Don't get much room. He's whirled around and dropped on his 22-yard line. That kick is covered by Miami. Chicolo. Flag is down. Thank you very much, Peach Bowl, and to all the rest of our CBS crew. We've enjoyed covering this game today. This looks like a penalty against Virginia Tech.
Doing a run back by the return. 1st down.
Now clipping puts Virginia Tech at a deep ball. 1st down, Virginia Tech on their 12-yard line. Casey throws the ball. Meant for Snell. It's incomplete. Snell, the main pass receiver on the Virginia Tech squad, has been injured today, hasn't played all the way, and has not been able to catch a pass.
No, and that time they used 4 wide receivers, a double slot, meaning they have 2 receivers on the right side of the ball, 2 on the left. They rolled out to the right that time. It looks like the way the defense is playing of Miami would be much better off to do more throwing from the pocket rather than try to roll.
Steve Casey has passed 5 for 17. Goes to this sideline. There's Snell's first reception. And he's out of bounds on the 19-yard line. That'll be a 7-yard advance. Make it 3rd and 3. Ron Lippett drove him out. The clock shows 6:07 to play. Playing right down here below us. There's about 10,000 fans over here. There's Casey. Casey has a first down. Steve Casey brought down by Scott Nicholas. I can see why he led Miami in tackles this season with 133. He's been all over the field, although he's been hurt twice in this game.
And Steve Casey is very resourceful, isn't he? The quarterback spot. He does a lot of things.
I don't know whether Virginia Tech has changed or it's Miami changing, but Cyrus Lawrence, the sensational sophomore tailback, had 105 yards in the first half and 24 yards in the second half.
Carried the ball very much in the second half. Really, has he?
There's a pass complete. That goes to Mike Jackalone. They'll spot that one down on the 28. That's Joyner, Jim Joyner bringing the play in, number 13. They check that. Dennis Bell brings it in. There's the time. 2nd and 5. They got to cook something up now. Virginia Tech trailing 20-10.
Probably going to roll out to his right.
3 wide receivers on the right side. They're chasing Casey. He throws on the run, just throws it away. Mike Gettiker was chasing him across the field. Flag is down. Wonder if this was intentionally grounding the pass.
I think possibly that's what it is.
Right. Intentionally grounding the pass. He was running for his life.
Right. And at this stage, the quarterback...
Intentional grounding. Number 7, lost it down.
Steve Casey would be much better off throwing from the pocket. I know he's not very tall at 5'10", 185, but he's going to have trouble rolling out the way the defense of the Miami Hurricanes is playing right now.
That's a penalty that hurts because you lose the down also. 3rd down, 21 yards to go for Virginia Tech, trailing 20-10 with 5:27 left to go. Escobar fighting his way over the 20 and out to the 23-yard line. Fred Marion, the safety man, had to come up to make the tackle. Now they have a 4th down. 4th and 9. Bill Dooley is putting his punter in the game. Spagelsky. Fred Marion's a safety man for Miami. See if they have a fake here. Oh, he kicks it. Drives a spiral to Marion on his 38 to the 40. Up to the 45 and over the 45 to about the 46, 47-yard line. Hurricanes ball, 1st down. Remember this week, tomorrow, the NFL Today at 12 noon, followed by the Vikings and the Eagles in Philadelphia. Then CBS will switch right back here to Atlanta. The Atlanta Stadium for the Atlanta Falcons, the Eastern Division champs of the National Conference, take on the wild card team, the Dallas Cowboys. Stay tuned to CBS for that action over the weekend. Running away is Speedy Neal, number 38. He may have that 1st down for the Hurricanes.
Hey, how about Speedy Neal? 6'2", 251, Curt. the freshman. I know that. You see the way he took off on that last play?
It'll be second down, they say, and a foot to go for the Hurricanes. Mark's rush came out. Kelly on second and short. Completes the pass out of bounds. And that is Mike Roderick, the second-team quarterback, who caught the ball, number 6. They do that sometimes, put him in. In fact, Howard told me, Hank, that he may make him into a flanker next year, a wide receiver, the second-string quarterback.
Yeah, he's got a lot of ability, and they like his skill, and they think he would be a good player on the outside.
That's a rifle formation they just used. Miami on the Virginia Tech 43-yard line, first down. A good hit on Virginia Tech. Smokey Roan goes down. Ashley Lee, the freshman, making the stop on him. We're down to 3:35 to play now, and the score 20-10, Miami.
Speedy Neal that time did a good job of blocking Jeremiah Thomas, who came up quickly to make the force, but Neal did a good job of making a good inside-outside block on the safety.
Rocky Belt, flank to the right. Starting to slip some second stringers into the lineup. About a yard or two. And that's it. For Speedy Neal. Hurricane just content to move it on the ground, eat up the clock. 3 minutes to play in the Peach Bowl, and a 10-point lead for this team you're looking at right now, the Hurricanes of Miami.
Yeah, both teams have done an excellent job here this afternoon, and I think really from an overall standpoint, as you look at the Miami team, we mentioned this earlier, they're a bigger, stronger overall team, and so you really have to give a lot of credit to Virginia Tech for hanging in there tough like they have all afternoon. They've done a super job here, especially on defense.
Third down. 10 to go. The receiver, 85, pardon me, Mark Cooper, had his back to the pass. Ball's incomplete with 2:29 to play. And Jim Kelly, the quarterback, said, what happened on that pattern?
Yeah, that's what you call a seam pattern. He was running right down the seam between the defensive backs and the linebackers, but never realized the ball was thrown to him. Never turned around to get a chance to make the catch.
One formation now. Greg LaBelle to boot. He just sort of pooches it up there. No fair catch, though. Oh, that was asking for it. No fair catch. He caught that punt with about 4 Hurricanes around him. A 27-yard punt, and it'll be Virginia Tech's ball. Our producer has been David Fox. Directed by Robert Dunphy. Associate producer, Rick Sharp. Associate director, Kathy Barretto. And some of the other people, Joe Tier, Jay Fishkin, all the rest of the folks that helped bring you the Peach Bowl telecast here from Atlanta, Georgia. With 2 minutes and 20 seconds to play, a timeout has been called by Virginia Tech. Well, the story of this game, in the first third, it was all Miami. They scored after a 69-yard drive on a pass play, Kelly to Brodsky. Then they scored again early in the second quarter on a 12-yard run by Chris Hobbs. Then Virginia Tech started to come on. They picked up a field goal late in the second quarter after squandering a couple of scoring opportunities. They came out in the third quarter and made it 14-10. They had sensational running in the first half by Cyrus Lawrence. But 2 Miami field goals have put them 10 points in front and just about out of reach of the Virginia Tech squad. There's Kenai, the tackle. Everything all right? He's had knee ligament damage. Will probably have to have surgery. First down for Virginia Tech from their 16-yard line. Casey stepping up in the pocket. Complete to the foot in the tight end. Fights his way out of bounds and has a first down.
Well, as you watch these two teams play this afternoon, Curt, you have to, I have to feel good for the coaches, because I know they have high hopes and expectations for their respective teams as far as 1981 is concerned, and justifiably so. They look like they have a good nucleus of outstanding people for next year. I'm talking about the coming year of 1981, and I'm sure both of them will go on to enjoy front-page success again in 81.
Yeah, Kelly, the quarterback, Miami, just a sophomore. Cyrus Lawrence, he's just a sophomore. He goes down on the 33-yard line, hit by Scott Douglas. The linebacker, Ashley Lee, is only a freshman who led the team in tackles.
Number one.
Smokey Roan. All right, Smoke. What a good day, nearly 100 yards for you.
Come on, Bobby, get back there.
2nd down, 8. That pass is complete. And getting to the sideline. Out of bounds there is Scott Bevell. Taken out by James Boone, and they stop the clock with 1:33 to go. 20-10, the Miami Hurricanes.
Well, you're going to run back to Boston, I guess, aren't you, Curt?
No, I'm going to head over to Palm Beach.
Oh, well, that's exercising good judgment there, Curt.
Listen to
Makes
my
a lot of
radio
sense.
station.
Good weather.
Look at this, where they've had field position in the second half after a touchdown. 20-yard line. 22, 20, 8, 12, 16. Can't do much with that kind of field position. Casey on a rollout. Trying to hit DeVal, the fullback. It's incomplete. Next year, these two teams meet, by the way. Virginia Tech plays at Miami November 14th. Well, listen to the schedule for Miami. Florida, Houston, Texas, Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, Penn State, Florida State, Virginia Tech, North Carolina, and Notre Dame.
I was wondering who made that schedule, I'm sure.
The meanest man in America. 4th and 6. Last shot for Virginia Tech.
Come on, baby.
That's incomplete, and Miami will take over now with 1:24 to go in Virginia Tech territory. And that does it for the Hokies. It was a tenacious, hustling game here today. They were about 6 or 7 point underdogs. A couple of field goals by Miller put them out of reach. But the Hurricanes, a little too much. Better balanced attack with the passing and the running. And now the Hurricanes have their second team offense in the game. The quarterback, Mike Rodriguez. He hands the ball off to Speedy Neal. Neal goes to the 30-yard line. We're just counting down now. This goes to the winner, the Peach Bowl trophy, the 13th annual Peach Bowl game. I wonder if those are real peaches inside there. They are. They look great. Peaches and cream. And the most famous peach of them all from this state was the Georgia peach, Cyrus Lawrence. Flag is down with 44 seconds remaining. Remember, tomorrow, 12 Eastern Time, NFL Today, then the Vikings and the Eagles. Sunday, Dallas will be here in the same stadium to go against the Falcons.
Oh, illegal procedure. Offense.
Big weekend of sports for you on CBS.
Right after the game, Curt, you go to Philadelphia to do the Philadelphia game tomorrow with Minnesota. That should be an exciting game.
You're going to do that with Kurt Buck?
Buck Jack. Buck Jack.
Well, Jack alone. A Happy New Year for you.
Yeah.
You guys do a great job on the CBS radio network. All right, it's to the 33-yard line as the clock's moving along. This is Curt Gowdy and Hank Scram. We send you our best to start 1981.